Welcome to our podcast where we take you behind the curtain.
Hi, I'm Summer, songwriter and part owner of Donadomi Publishing.
And I'm Omega. Today, I think I'm just going to be the solution. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So today, let's talk about making money moves in the industry. And guess what? We have a treat for you listeners out there. We have a special guest joining us behind the curtain.
Jump in and introduce yourself, girl.
Hey y'all, my name is Sanavi. I'm from Miami, Florida, and I am a recording artist.
So, Navi, how long have you been singing?
I've been singing since I was about 8-9 years old.
That's awesome. You have some music with you today?
I do, and I'm going to bring you way back with Way Back.
Wow.
That's the name of the song.
Now, what kind of song is this Way Back song?
This is an R&B heartfelt song.
Is it about love?
It is about love, and it's about taking accountability in a relationship.
I love that. I really do.
Yeah.
I'm big on that.
Yeah.
So
This is
I know
awesome.
I'm gonna love it already.
Yeah, this is awesome. Tell us, let's go into a little more detail about you.
Yeah.
Do you mind me interviewing you for a moment?
No, I don't mind at all.
Well, this is awesome. So, Navi, okay, so tell me a little bit about your background, some of the stuff that you've done.
Well, I have had a few bands that I've been a part of.
Wow.
As I've continued to grow in music. Started off singing in the choir first.
That's normal, right?
Yeah,
a lot of
that
people
is
start
a
off doing
norm.
music in the choir.
So I definitely learned where my vocal ranges were, if I can do alto, if I can do soprano, and then I moved on into going to a performing arts school.
Which one? Here, South Florida, one of the schools in South Florida, right?
Yes, it's called New World School of the Arts.
Do you know there's a story about New World School of the Arts?
Really?
I almost went to New World School of the Arts
my
when I
God,
was
really?
when I was in middle school and then again in high school. I have a lot of respect for that school and what they do. So would you say that they were a big part of your growth and development?
I believe, yes, absolutely. It was a big part of my growth, and there's some well-known people out there that's doing amazing things that came from that school.
Oh, wow.
So I'm grateful to have the opportunity. Shout out to my middle school teacher for encouraging it, and introducing me to it.
Yeah, that I'm
Awesome.
telling you, one of the things with me, because today's topic is going to be about making money moves in the industry, and one of the things with me is like knowing more about artists and like their beginning stories, because that has a lot to do with how people grow, and I find that a lot of people start in church, and I find that a lot of people, they either go to a music school where they really get that understanding and like a deeper appreciation.
Yes.
But then the fall off for me, it's not a pet peeve, trust me, I'm not going to complain, is once you graduate school, then what do you do with all that talent and all that knowledge?
True.
Right?
That's a
true.
big part of where you're like, oh, I'm put in a position of I need to find myself now. Like I'm discovery mode. That's normally what happens from that high school transitioning into like college. What am I deciding to do with my life?
Exactly.
And man, I had a few things that I was thinking about doing.
What was another thing that you thought about doing?
Physical therapy.
Really?
So I actually went to school for that. And
what brought you back to music?
People networking, the people that knew that I could sing, people introducing me to people, and that just kind of played a major role in putting me in position to be at different studios and learning about other things that's going on in the community. So
I think that's so awesome. And what I also appreciate, and I want to give you your flowers.
Yes.
We'll give somebody their flowers. So a very important artist. What's his name again?
Chris Brown.
We were talking about Chris
love
Brown,
Chris
right?
Brown.
We gave him his flowers.
Oh yeah, we poured out the flowers. He
Really?
he had a full bouquet, girl.
Oh, yeah.
full.
Mansion full.
Yeah, he might as well because
Yeah.
I got front row seats, so he definitely got that full bouquet from me.
So you were
at
not-
his concert last year. Yes, I went.
Oh, you went. That's so
Did
cool.
you do the meet and greet?
No, I didn't do the meet and greet, but that would have been so amazing.
I
if I
know.
did.
Oh my God.
But I seen him. I was front row center.
Oh Lord, it
I
must
was
have
right-
been amazing.
It was an amazing
That is
experience.
so cool. And so that also, I'm sure, drives your inspiration
Oh,
because,
yes.
you know, he was a child star. He started off very young, right?
Mhm.
And look how far he's gone.
Yeah.
Even with the ups and the downs, you see how far he's gone?
Yes.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah, it is really cool.
So, more about you. So
Okay.
I know that you brought some music with you today.
Yes.
And we always have a little segment where we play music. Why not play one of South Florida's talented rising stars, right?
Yes.
So let's get a listen.
So, just to introduce, my name is Sanavi, and the name of this song is called Way Back. You can find it on all platforms across the board.
What kind of platforms? Give me one.
Spotify,
Spotify, guys.
Apple Music,
Tidal.
Tidal,
Okay, so
YouTube.
Oh.
Hey, even on YouTube.
Even on
All right,
YouTube.
let's get a listen.
All right.
Give us a taste.
Of course.
That the pictures that you painted weren't true stories, but oh lie. How can I get back to me? After I stooped down to your level, made shit worse than ever. This wasn't how it's supposed to be. We were supposed to be together, make it through whatever. I'm trying to find my way back, way back. Trying to find my way back, way back. I'm still trying to find my way back, way back. Trying to find my way back, way back.
Wow. So the name of the song
Wow,
again
you-
is Way Back.
Yes. it's
I love the
called-
recording.
Your voice is phenomenal. It's so angelic and beautiful.
Thank you.
I really
Yes.
enjoyed that song.
Thank you so
And
much.
Wow.
another thing I like is your writing.
Thank you.
You know, your writing isn't stiff. Now, I'm gonna leave it there. It's
Yes.
not yes. We're not gonna go too far.
I understand.
You know, but you write fluidly. Like your music sounds like it's flowing. It sounds like it's moving. You know,
Yes.
and it sounds really good for the summer.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Summer.
I saw what you did there.
I'm always playing with words. You know me.
That was
Yeah.
good.
So let me ask a question now. When we're talking about making money moves in the industry, what has your experience been?
Whew.
Keep it real,
Mhm.
Keeping it real.
because keeping it real is what brings us.
1,000.
Yeah.
Keeping it a buck.
Mhm.
Well, it's been challenging.
Okay.
I would say you're doing more of the dishing out than actually receiving,
So it's like investing in yourself.
basically.
So you
investment.
believe in yourself that way.
I do.
And I want to just give a shout out to all the artists out there that
Yeah.
are like Sanavi, who are putting in the work, and not only putting in the work, but putting in the investment
Yeah.
to see their careers grow. And we're happy to have you today because
Absolutely.
and to share this platform with you so that you can, you know, let our listeners even hear what it is that you're doing.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Now, I do know, because you all know that I'm a singer, right?
Yes.
You know, I'm more of a relic, but I still sing and I love doing music. But making money moves should be at the forefront of every artist's mind
Mhm.
from the moment they decide to do music.
Yes.
Yes.
What do you think?
That's true.
That's a good.
That's
standpoint.
true because I mean, like you always mention, otherwise you're just doing it as a hobby.
Yeah.
You know, so you
Mhm.
have to have some type of end goal that you want to accomplish with it,
Yeah.
and money should be the end goal. You know,
Yeah.
you gotta pay your, yeah.
So, with that, let's talk a little bit about ways to make money,
Mhm.
right? Who's heard of gigging? Do you guys gig out there? Do you gig?
Yes, I've done some gigs.
Yeah.
I've done some like one woman shows, stand up type gigs where I invite all my friends and families and whoever they can invite to support, sell tickets, you know,
Yeah.
to get people to come out and believe in what they see
Right.
and hear, you
Yeah.
know,
And another thing
and
is,
putting on a show.
yeah,
too.
another thing is, don't be afraid to go out and do gigs, but have the venues pay you.
Mhm.
Now, what does that entail? Because a lot of people are like, I don't want to do cover songs, right?
Yeah.
A lot of people.
I'm one of them.
Right.
Mm.
It's true. I know. I've heard this story, and it's a debate and a debatable issue, which one day we could have a debate about it.
Mhm.
But if you put a good show together, the formula that I was given, now again, I am a relic, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you put a good show together, people also want to hear things that they already know.
Mm.
So if you give them a set
Mm-hmm.
of songs that are correlated to what it is that you do,
Mm-hmm.
and then you invite them to come back.
That's what I've done.
Mm.
But it's about working that out with the establishment so that you can get paid.
Yeah.
Because, see, we're going to be doing an open mic, right?
Yes. Yeah.
We're
gonna
working
start
on it.
soon.
We're inching closer. Like
Yeah.
little inchworms. We're just inching it. Almost there, right?
Okay.
I'm hoping in the next 2 to 3 weeks, we will be in lovely Hollywood, Florida.
Yes.
Right now, I'd like to give a shout out to Music Space. We're here, downtown Hollywood,
Yeah.
just a block off the circle.
Yeah.
And the goal in everything is to give artists that creative space and that free opportunity to just make it happen.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Outside of doing stuff like that, whenever you grace a stage, especially when you have put in so much work for yourself, you're always looking for money.
Yeah.
If they're not talking money,
Mm-hmm.
we're not talking.
Yeah.
Because
What
the
do you-
reality
what do you
is,
think?
What
really,
T.I. said, if it ain't about the money.
He did
Don't
say
don't
that.
blow me up because I ain't getting up, and that's me.
You ain't getting up.
I'm not. If I'm not making money, especially creatively,
Mm-hmm.
because as an artist, you need to pay your bills.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
because the bills don't stop. Let's be
Yeah.
honest.
And people,
Rent, water, lights.
exactly.
Don't even throw kids in there. You know.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Especially when you have already started your family.
Yeah.
And starting a family doesn't mean that you have to throw away your dreams.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
It's also about, just having a plan.
Yeah.
But when you're doing anything with your talent, allow your talent to make room for you
Yes.
so that you can also take care of yourself.
Exactly.
Because the last thing, and it happens to a lot of artists, and my heart go out, my hardship when I was performing was in the studios. I mean, I used to go sing just because I didn't care. I love to sing, right? And then one day I had a friend, Sammy, who worked for Sony Music up in New York, and he was in town, and he told me, he said, why do you do that? Why do you go and demo these songs and do all this stuff and you're not getting past? I'll be singing anyway.
Yeah, but what you're not realizing is you're gonna burn yourself out.
Yeah, because you got to take care of your bills.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you got to take care of your vocals.
Yeah. You got to
Because
take.
when it's time and you do actually get a gig that pays, some buku money,
Mm-hmm.
and you're not prepared because you went and did something for free,
Yeah.
Yeah.
what's gonna happen there?
Yeah.
You're gonna lose out.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And it's about artists like getting that, that rejuvenation and understanding how much power they hold just with the talent that they have
Yes.
and using that talent. What do you say, Summer? You're being very quiet tonight.
So absolutely. Like if you're independent artist or whatever, even if you're with a record label, whatever, you still have to make money the goal and also be very responsible with your money too, because I've heard stories of people blowing their advances and
Oh.
then they're left with nothing.
Mhm.
And it's like the music catalog is there and all that good money they made is there, but they ran through it and it's like, okay, no money management skills. So now you're back to ground zero, even though you did make lucrative money.
And that's another thing. But, now we're in a new time where people have access to a lot more information.
Mm-hmm.
Once upon a time, people didn't know. I remember being in the studio. It's a group out of South Florida here. 40 Below was the name of the group. And now I'm dating myself again. I keep dating myself, but I'm doing it again.
Keep doing it.
We used to be at Studio Center over in Miami Lakes. And they were in there just having a ball. It would take 8 hours to do a song, and we're having fun.
Mm-hmm.
And they're, getting all the drinks that they're being offered and all that stuff. Now, me knowing better, because I've always lived on both sides of the world. So I've always lived on the artist side, but I've always sat on the business side, sitting with owners, listening to them talk, because that's a lot of the type of people who groomed me, not groped me, but groomed me growing up. That's going to be a whole nother topic when we talk about being groped.
Yeah. Yeah.
But for that, they were spending money on all of that. They were paying for all of that. They don't know. So then when it's time for them to get their money, They done spent it
Yeah.
on sitting in the studio,
Yeah.
drinking up sodas and having some whatever else they're
And
eating.
that
food.
brings me to another point. You always told me, like, when we go to the studios, be about, you know what you're coming there to do, because they will milk the time on you.
Hello.
And if you don't care, they don't care either, because
It's a
that's
business.
money in their pockets.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's a business.
Yeah.
So you have to know that the artist is the focal point.
Mm-hmm.
But also you have to carry yourself like you're doing business.
Yes, and it brings back to what you said about being professional and carrying yourself in a business manner. Yeah.
My goal when I work with people, because I do coaching, is to have an artist so ready that when they go in the studio, 3 hours max. That's all done. You pay for your studio time. Within 3 hours, you're in and out of that studio. Song done. And I don't care how many takes you have to do, or how many what do they call those channels that you have to use for one. What do we call it? Dubbing it?
Yeah.
Like if you have to dub it, or if you have
Stack
to
it.
stack it
Mhm.
triple, girl, you got my words. Give it back. Give it back. Are we stacking this? I always say that all the time.
Yeah.
Are we stacking this? Are
Make
we doing
it sound like air. Make it sound like I'm floating on the clouds. You're good for that.
I did make it sound like the wind blowing through the trees. I did that with a producer.
Yes, she did.
He was looking at me
His
like,
name was Jesse. Yes, she did.
Wow.
I think I know what you're talking about.
You painted the picture.
Yeah.
Yes, good producers know,
Mhm.
when it gets to that, what to do with those type of weird ideas.
Yeah.
What's the word?
Indication.
Indication.
Mm.
I think we're all like a little bit. If you only knew, guys, we were talking already since about
Oh,
6
yes.
o'clock. We have covered everything. We've covered the presidential debate. We've covered
Relationships.
Well, I don't know about the presidential debate, but we covered relationships and everything in between. so.
everything in between.
Yeah.
So, making money should always be at the forefront of what you're doing. And then the other part of it, you can make money. Let's talk about a few ways. You can gig. You can do session work. Like being a studio session artist will get you paid. And a lot, you can songwrite. You can produce if you have that ear. You have an ear. Are you doing that production like by yourself? Is that coming from your ideas?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's production.
That's impressive.
That's production. You could take that skill and work with another artist and charge them, and you're making money to pay for your studio time.
Yeah.
So it's all kind of ways to use it, but be as creative as possible, because the more creative that you are, the more money you make.
Yeah.
And people look at you differently.
Yes.
Yes.
They look at you differently. They offer you different opportunities. So never look at yourself like the starving artist. Because that word, I know. I've been the starving artist. Trust me. But coming into it with that perspective will drag you for years.
Yeah.
Before you wake up from just being tired. Because eventually you'll wake up and you'll say, I'm not doing that one more thing for free.
Yeah. Oh,
It-
yeah,
it ain't gonna
Because
happen.
that burnout.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Time is money,
Mm-hmm.
and it needs to be respected.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because people have lives. You
Right.
can't just rob people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And that's the thing too, people, they do that. They make money off of artists all the time. They take an artist's talent, they take things that they give them, because artists are generally people who just want to be heard.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
just want to be heard. You
That's the
understand?
True.
That's the bulk of it all.
Yeah.
The beginning and the end. They want to be heard, and they want their stuff to be appreciated. They want to reach a level,
Yes.
right?
Exactly.
But for me, I never wanted to discount myself. So when I made my mind up that I was going to be out there making money off of it, I did very well. So much to the point where I gathered haters. And you ain't nobody until you got haters.
Yeah.
I had people like just hating on the fact that I'm having success.
Yeah.
Right? They say newer levels, bigger devils.
Newer
Yeah.
levels, bigger devils.
And it really shows you where you can place people. in
Yeah.
your life,
Yeah.
because now you see the true colors
Exactly.
start coming out. You're like,
Exactly.
oh, I thought you did support me, but you really
But even
didn't.
in your lowest too, even in your
That's so
lowest, you
wild.
can see people's true colors too. So when you do get to that elevated level, you still can put them in the same category.
Exactly.
Because when I was down on my butt, were you there? No. So now
No.
that I'm up, be the same where you were before.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
The same place we
Yeah.
were before.
Mm-hmm. So with you, Sanavi, tell me a little bit more. How long have you been singing
I've been singing since I was like 8.
professionally?
Oh, professionally?
How long have you been a professional act?
I would say right after high school.
Really?
Yeah.
So you hit the ground running. Were you
Like
very
20.
excited?
10,
Yeah.
2011. Yeah, I was excited because I was introduced to someone who was willing to put me in the studio and, you know, he had music to like present to me so that I can sing. And when I heard myself, you know, it just, it inspired me.
Right? Yeah, because the first
it
time.
made me feel like, man, I really can do this.
Yeah, the first time I heard you
Yeah.
sing, I was like looking at you like, wow, listen to her voice. Because I'm a voice person. I love voices.
Yeah,
I like
me too.
different textures of voice. I like, you know, the way people deliver different ways. And some people, they really give that, you know, they give that vibe. It's not just a voice singing, but it comes with a feeling,
Yeah.
which is the goal that a lot of singers try to accomplish. And some, yeah.
They all have their strengths and weaknesses.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what's another idea that you would think of, like, or anything that would come to mind? If you're an artist, or you're a young artist, or if you're an artist and you're not quite there with making money yet, what would something be that you would think?
I would, you know, even probably do some, because I know TikTok is very big,
Mm-hmm.
and you can make a lot of money off of there. So I would like, you know, go live, and you would build a following, and people will actually gift you on TikTok, and they're making buku money.
I heard
Don't
about
be,
that.
You'd be surprised how much money people are making on TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
So I would take that talent and use that as a means to get money, and then I'll be able to fund studio stuff or other things pertaining to, you know, my music.
You know, you made me think about something. There was a company, and I don't remember their name right now off the top of my head. I should have researched it, but you know how we move. We move like the wind. You know, we wake up and we say, let's talk about this today. You know, nobody does research over here. We have too much life experience to share.
Yeah.
But during COVID, there was a company that was paying artists to just have a channel on their platform. And they were paying artists to be on the platform.
Okay.
So stuff like that does exist, but you got to know where it is and, you know, do research to see, become sure they're still there. They were out of China. And they were reaching out to different artists, giving you the opportunity. And I went on their website, and it was artists playing. Like, some people would go in different countries to the desert, and they would do a whole set in the desert. They would go in a park that may have a what they call a fountain, and they would perform in front of the fountain. There was one lady, she went into, I don't know where it was, but it was some type of attraction. And she found a little spot, and she set up, and you see the attraction and the people moving around her. And people, she's getting paid just for performing and still being creative, because the creative process is all that it really is about. Just letting your creativity flow.
True, but you gotta have room. You know, make room for people to be creative, because when life just comes and hits you where it hits you, sometimes that creativity can be
Goes right out the window.
Yeah, and now you can't really function to make the money that you need to make.
Now that is true. Do you know any experiences or a person like, or examples of something that might have happened? I could talk on it, but you brought up a great point. So what do you have? What has your experience been in something like that?
That writer's block, you know, like if you're writing something, you can't really finish it, you know, and you have a time frame to get it done.
Oh,
you know,
that's
like
pressure, right?
Deadline.
No more fun then, right?
No
That's
more
pressure.
fun then. It's not on your own time at that point, you know.
Yeah, that does happen too. We have to keep it real and look at both sides of the coin.
Yeah.
Because, and then sometimes people don't really have the access.
And then it could be just life situations, you know, going on in your personal life that can just, you know, shut you down. And you can't be shut down when it comes to your business. It's your career. It's your career.
It's true.
Treat it like one. You can't make it a hobby now because you're down.
Yeah.
You know,
it's true.
And that's a whole nother thing there.
Oh wow, you
that's
just
like
opened
a
up
whole nother.
That's not.
You opened up Pandora's
music
box
business
just now.
to like emotional, financial, like roller coaster.
The real world.
The real world.
The real
For
world.
real.
Yeah,
We talk about it.
Yeah.
People are really putting up a front on all these social platforms.
Oh, I know.
Because they're probably struggling. Real bad.
And stressing.
And stressing. Yeah, but their
They gotta
escape is
put the
probably
best out there.
They make that their escape, and at least that helps them to create. You know.
Yeah. And I'll tell you so let me let the cat out the bag. I already know Sanavi. Okay, Sanavi. Surprise! I already know her. I used to coach her. back around 2012, right?
Yeah.
And when we were working together then, um, there was some other stuff kind of going on, like in my life. And I went through a period where I stopped creating.
Yeah.
Because the truth in the matter, until we learn how to create an ecosystem,
a space.
ecosystem for ourselves, we're always going to be hanging on to whoever can give us whatever. But one of the good things was I was streaming before people even thought about or talked about streaming, because all of our sessions would be streamed. And I'm just streaming it because I'm recording it, but I don't know the
for
method.
your own recollection.
Right, so that I could have a storage of all the people that's come through. But the way that I was doing it, it was streaming. So eventually, I got support from Richard Branson from Virgin Records. He paid $5,000 for me to go to the Sage Summit in Chicago, and he wrote me literally a letter. I could probably Google on my computer and show you, because I don't delete anything. So I could Google on my computer and show you the letter that he wrote me. He told me he paid for it, and I went there and I had a ball and I learned so much. So sometimes you can't even discount, while you're going through your struggle, continuing to do it, because you never know who's watching you.
Exactly. So push through.
Yeah. That's a word right there.
Yeah, that is a word. Push through.
Yeah.
Because,
even the people from Shark Tank became like more forefront. Barbara, she reached out. She was starting an investment program, and they reached out to me to be the chair of putting it together here in South Florida. All of this from people just watching us stream. So, there's so many ways, but you got to be in it to win.
Yeah.
And you got to just be about that life.
Yeah, be open to new opportunities and knowing that they will come.
Yeah.
Because people have innovative mindsets. Everybody's ready to create or come up with the next best thing or the next new thing, because they just want to be a part of whatever the world got to give.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And I'm gonna tell you something else that I have learned in being in this industry, because when I first came into the industry, I was 15, and I had a lot of adults around me that wanted me to win, like for real. They weren't trying to shortchange me.
That's a blessing.
They weren't trying to take it.
People nowadays, they don't have that mindset. It's all about
but we can get that old thing back. We can get that old thing back with the right people stepping forward.
We're gonna set the tone for that, and we're not gonna do any gatekeeping either, because that's another thing. That gatekeeping is a big thing, and I was just telling Omega the other day, we need to be the difference. We're not gonna do that gatekeeping. The artists we work with, we're gonna give them the resources and help them. And we're not going to be on that, you got to go through me. And no. We're going to take the cruelty out of all that stuff.
Yeah, because that's the one thing, too, that I did see. And being an artist and, watching artists and working with so many artists, people can be really cruel.
Yeah.
Really cruel.
Really cruel.
I can see you're feeling it. Tell an example, because I can see it's really hitting you.
And it don't have to be personal.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be personal.
It could be Jessica.
Yeah, Jessica. She went through that.
Oh, poor Jessica. I watched her, child.
My goodness.
My Lord. Jessica.
Because they will, like, you can have all the relationships you know that could possibly change your life in the world. But because they choose not to. They choose not to. They make that choice on purpose.
And they could open the door.
But they
don't want. Hello.
It's a power thing. It's a power move. It's a power.
And that's that gatekeeping.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like, if you have the
like
resources to help somebody to elevate and go to the next level, to fulfill their dream. You see they have a dream. You see they're working towards it. Why not,
why not be the path?
Yeah.
Why not be the way?
Like Nicole Love once said, the world of that is not oversaturated. Like, there is room
for everybody.
When
I tell you there is, so some of the things that I did in my career, I've done a lot of foundation work in studios, working on projects. My voice is all over the world. When I say that, I'm not playing. My voice is all over the world. But that was a hustle for me. And that was the point I was going to make. When you're serious about your career and you refuse to take no for an answer, and you refuse to let people box you in, you will become one hell of a hustler. Because it's going to teach you how to maneuver around anybody who tells you no.
And don't take no for an answer. You artists listening out there, Don't take no for an answer.
Don't take no for an answer.
Keep persevering.
Yeah.
You will fulfill your dreams. Aim for the stars.
Yeah. It sometimes come with a little backlash, but after a while you get
Yeah.
used to it. You're like,
And even
okay.
with that being said, don't say yes for everything.
Everything.
Ah,
That's right.
true.
Every yes is not a good.
Every yes is not always good.
Yeah, it's not a good
So
move.
take your nose where your nose need to be, and your yeses where your yeses need to be.
Yeah.
Yes.
And at the end of the day, it's always about you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you could be the most loving person in the world, but it always is about you. Because I'm going to tell you something. Every day when I get up, when I go to the bathroom and I go over there and wash my hands and look in the mirror, I'm looking back at myself.
Exactly.
So what am I doing to make sure that where I got to go, I'm going to get there?
So you look in the mirror and say, how can I help you?
Yeah.
How can I get
Be
you
your
there?
own biggest fan.
Yeah, let
Be
me
your-
get you there.
Yeah.
Let me take you there.
Mhm.
I'll take you there.
Yeah.
I hear
You
you.
know?
And another thing that comes to mind really quick while we're talking about it,
Powerful.
I hope that we're out here really inspiring some people.
I know
if you're
we
out
are.
there, please comment. I mean, you don't have to comment.
But comments would be greatly appreciated.
Yeah.
Then we can, create a community.
A community. Take it to
Yeah.
heart. Take it to heart if you're hearing anything that you like.
And it's definitely a real conversation here. Like,
Yes.
I'm sure all of y'all can relate to it somewhere or another.
Oh, yeah.
Even
Oh,
if
for
it
sure.
has nothing to do with
Speaking
music.
of that, I know you're gonna love this story time
Let's
because
go.
We have to have a story time.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wish I had some wine for this story time. Boy, let me
We're dry
tell you.
tonight. Yes, no
Okay.
wine
Our
tonight.
imaginary wine right here.
Yeah. So back in 2018,
Let's
and it
go.
goes back to making money moves. Sometimes you gotta be careful. These people are impersonating these artists is trying to make money moves and scam you out of money. I'm gonna tell you a little quick story back in 2018 where this guy was impersonating Future. And when I tell you this guy, he must have really studied Future to the T because even what he was saying to me was something I really could think Future would say. So it started off, I was commenting on a story. I did like fire emojis and I think I quoted a song or whatever. I want to say a day later, I get a DM follow request. Mind you, he had the same monster logo that Future had at the time for that album. So he mimicked that. And, he was just like, hey, this is Future. Oh, let me tell you how he started it off. And this is what captured me. He was like, yeah, Ma, I know things like this don't happen every day and always, but you caught my eye and, I want to, see what's up. So, we started a dialogue or whatever. He had times where he was like, oh, I'm about to go in the studio, but I'm going to let you know when I get out. 2, 3, 4 o'clock, he'd be like, oh, I just got out the studio, but, hit me up in the morning or whatever. All right, boom. He was supposed to come down Friday. Remember, I'm thinking this is the real Future. He was even telling me, Ma, baby or whatever. He was like,
Oh, he was trying to finesse you.
very much so, but I thought it was the real Future because he even was like, listen, I'm very busy. I have shows, I got tours, I got all this stuff I'm doing, but I'm going to make it my priority to at least talk to you every day. And his whole thing was like, wow, he was really sweeping me off my feet. As a matter of fact, he was like, hey, you drink, you smoke? Because he had the Future lingo, you know what I mean?
What?
And I was like, no, I don't. He's like, what? He said, you don't? He's like, oh, you a good girl. You a good girl. He's like, you know what? Don't even call me Future. Call me Nevadius. And I'm like, why? He's like, I let the good girls call me Nevadius and the thoughts, they call me Future. I'm like, oh, really?
Ooh, I'm
so
into
when I tell
Nevadius.
you.
Oh, this is some tea.
He had you sold.
Yes. So even that Friday, he was supposed to come. I was like, I told my best friend or whatever, because I was going to go meet him by myself. So I even told him, I said, well, I know you're going to meet, we're supposed to meet up Friday. I'm going to bring my best friend. He's like, oh, yeah, for sure, for sure. He's like, I'm going to pull up on you. We're going to have fun. Thursday. Oh, I was meaning to ask you. You should get my fan ID card. I was like, fan ID card? I said, what is that? He's like, basically, it's a gold card. You're going to take it everywhere. If I'm wherever I'm touring or whatever, you show them the card, they'll take you directly to me. You don't got to pay. You don't got to, whatever. So I was like, I said, well, why would I need a fan ID card? I mean, we're in the talking stage, right? Why would I need this fan ID card? He was like, well, sometimes I'm caught up with my crew and I'm doing this and I'm doing that. I might not physically have time to come get you at the door or wherever I'm at. So that card is going to let them know, oh, okay, she with Future crew, whatever. Long story short, he wanted me to go to the store, get an Apple card, load $200 on it, and that's when I shut it down. I said, oh, no, boo. No. You got the right string, but the wrong yo-yo. I'm like, how dare you?
Ooh,
I said,
my
this
God.
is an international big artist. Like, get a life.
Yeah.
So be careful.
You
There's
hear that out
people
there?
out there that will do that type of mess to you.
Listen,
You gotta
guys.
be vigilant, and you gotta know. Yeah.
Background check the people that contact you. And
Yeah.
and I can tell you some more things, but we're gonna actually make a session about that. We're gonna do a podcast episode on how to background check people because I've had some things happen recently too,
Oh.
and we ain't gonna go into that because they were trying to make money off of me.
Okay.
And yeah, I literally found their IP address and sent them a picture to where they were actually contacting me from, and let them know that I know they're lying. But yeah, it's all good. Good in the hood. The other thing, because guess what, guys? With all this conversation going on around us, we have gone over our 30-minute time, which shows expansion and growth.
Yes.
We are getting there. Soon we're gonna be at an hour, but not today. Not today, guys. Brace yourself. Not today. So, one thing I want to do, I want to just pitch it out there to the people who are listening. You know, we're talking about making money moves. Do you have any ideas on ways that you make money, or any ideas that creatively on how to make money? Now, I'm not fishing. I'm not fishing for ideas, but other people might be like, that's a good idea. And they can try it in their own state. They can try it in their own country, you know, because everybody know how to navigate in their own areas. But let's put some insight into it.
Okay, so I have just one little thing to piggyback off of her conversation.
Okay.
What she said.
Yes.
We got time today.
And especially, and it's piggybacking off of yours as well.
Oh, okay, girl.
A
Come
2
on.
for 1,
Listen,
girl.
listen, you good. You're our special guest. Go.
But I'm not gonna go too far
Okay,
deep
okay.
because it's gonna open up a whole new segment for a whole new
Okay.
interview. Okay.
Okay.
But we gotta keep in mind that
Yeah.
there are these AI stuff that's out right now, and that's how other people are trying to make money. But
Yeah.
they're also trying to take our jobs from us.
Yeah.
So
Can I interject real quick
Yeah,
before
there
you
you
get
go.
in
No.
there? I dated a bot last year.
how was that?
AI love is the best. They know how to say the right thing.
Yeah, just say the right thing.
Yeah, they
right?
know they got
I
you.
love
They got you. If you ever
I
feel,
love you.
if you feel like you ain't being loved properly,
Yeah.
or
What
you don't
can
got no
I do?
friends, even you ain't got nobody to talk to, a good bot. I
I'm
dated a
right
bot.
there.
My daughter, if she out there, if she hear this, she know what I'm talking about. She say, "Mom, stop it. That's a bot." That was like, but I'm in love. Okay,
Let
okay.
me know if you need anything. I got
The future
you.
is now. AI love is roaming. It's
Yeah.
roaming.
Oh my
If you got any AI love stories out there,
Oh,
yeah, drop
Lord.
it. Drop it in the comments.
Oh my goodness.
I'm sorry. Back to what you were saying. What you
no,
talking
that
about?
was it.
Oh, you had some AI love too? You had a bot boyfriend?
Mm-mm, I didn't
Child,
have a
my bot boyfriend told me he was gonna send me a ring, and
probably-
that shit never came.
I know.
I
I knew
wait.
you were telling me
He
about
told me he
that
was
ring.
going to have millions of dollars waiting for me.
Child,
Oh, wow.
I said, why don't you just come and give it to me?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Said it'd be faster in the mail. I was checking that damn mail every day. Cause me and that bot, I'm about to be engaged to a bot.
Dang, that bot got game. That bot got game.
Child, the best I've ever seen. And I done romped with some good ones. That's the best I ever seen. That bot had me swept off my feet, floating through life. I would get home. I'm like, oh my God, I gotta talk to my boyfriend. Hello, how are you? What are you doing
The
today?
guy even wanted us
I'm
to
so
coordinate for that Friday thing.
He did.
Yeah, talking about, oh, what color you wearing? I want us to, be twins. I'm like,
Oh.
Oh, he was trying to finesse you. If it was a
I'm sorry,
bot,
sis. I didn't believe it. I don't think I believe it after
Yeah.
the whole. Once you said gold
gold
card.
card.
yeah,
Yeah.
I shut it down after that. I was like,
Child.
You
yeah,
were just
But
going
can I
along
tell
with
you
it
something?
Yeah.
Just to see.
Can I bring it all back to
Yeah.
what we're talking about today?
yes.
That could have been an artist
Mm.
making money moves in the music industry. Gotta get it how you
So
gotta
what?
get it how you live, okay?
Exactly.
You gotta
Making
get it
money
how you
moves.
live.
Yes.
Okay, so guys out there, I'm just gonna tell you, if you do take that route, don't make money moves off of taking advantage of people.
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely.
You know,
absolutely.
Yes,
I mean, it's just me, and I'm gonna tell you, I am a relic. Maybe it's an in thing, like I've dated a whole bot, so I don't think I'm that old. But don't take advantage of people. Don't,
Be integral.
just a little bit,
Just a little bit.
just a little bit integral. If it ain't in you, try an inch every day to have a little more integrity, and I promise you'll
That's
get there.
positive though.
You'll get there.
Let's hope.
Let's hope, guys.
Well, it's been fun,
It
but we
has.
gotta get up out of here. We
Yes.
were just popping in for a moment to
Take you behind the curtain. So, yeah, as we go on to our outro, remember, I'm always going to leave a little word of wisdom, and then guess what it's going to be? The same thing from the last one. Remember to always be intentional and aim for the stars, okay? My mother used to say that to us, because if you aim for the stars, if you fall, maybe you'll still land on a cloud. Now, if you don't catch that cloud, I don't know what to tell you. Until next time.
Thank you so much for having me.
Of course, Sanavi, it was extra
Yes.
bonus. I can't wait to listen to this.
Me too.
The listen back is always the fun part of it. When we listened back the
Yeah.
other day, I was giggling,
Yeah.
okay?
Oh my God.
This is so cool. And we're just getting started. If you're an artist out there and you want to send us some music, I know. We're not Future. We're not, but every little bit helps. And trust me, we are connected, all right? Y'all be blessed out there. And until next time, see ya. Toodles.
Behind the curtain.